Alright, and welcome to the Loot Drop. Today we're going to talk about all the announcements that came out of EVO 2022, the secret level in Super Punch-Out, and we're going to get a little bit spooky with the cast of STOTZA. Oh my gosh, can you guys imagine if I actually was like that? So embarrassing. Last week's EVO 2022, the biggest event in fighting games, had its usual rambunctious live matches and some pretty sick announcements. Street Fighter 6 is getting an even bigger roster, with announcements that Juri Han, the ruthless Taekwondo master from South Korea, and new challenger Kimberly will be joining the fight in 2023 alongside the other new challenger, Jamie. For the elderly out there, a new Fatal Fury is in the works. The last Fatal Fury released over 20 years ago, and it's great to see old franchises coming back. Hugh Neutron is bringing dad power to Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl to banish your childhood heroes to the Shadow Realm. And there was the briefest, and I mean briefest, glimpse of a new model for Tekken's Kazuya, which obviously means there's a new Tekken Bowl in the works. Or Tekken 8. But it's probably Tekken Bowl. Guilty Gear Strive dropped a new trailer announcing fan favorite Bridget will be added as a playable character, proving something that I've long known. Yo-yos are actually very dangerous. Now, this reintroduction also comes with some major lore changes, which gets a little bit sticky. Original lore stated that Bridget was born as a male twin in a town where that was considered extremely bad luck. So their parents raised Bridget as a girl. But while Bridget went along with it, they emphatically, consistently referred to themselves as a boy. In past games, this identity was sometimes used as a punchline. In Strive, there's a storyline that suggests Bridget is hiding their true self. And towards the end, they proudly exclaimed that they are a girl. However, this only seems to happen if you don't get a flawless win, which some people would call the bad ending. And that's not a great way to frame a coming out. Some members of the trans community have pointed out that this development feels cheap, and more like a throwaway plot point that retroactively changes someone's identity. Meanwhile, others are stoked on this development, saying that Bridget was an important part of their own journey as a trans person. I would say that it's not uncommon for young queer people to feel really strongly attached to the very small amount of representation that they get, and that even imperfect representation can still have a very positive influence. But it's kind of settling for crumbs, isn't it? And isn't it about time that we had some more fully developed queer representation in games? I am glad that developers are taking steps into this space, but I just don't know if this was the right step for them to take. Imagine keeping a secret for 28 years. Well, that's exactly what Super Punch-Out have done. Twitter user Unlisted Cheats discovered that there is a hidden two-player mode in Super Punch-Out. By holding Y and R, then pressing A or Start at the title screen, you can unlock a two-player mode. Choose your fighter and duke it out with one of your mates. What's crazy is that this also works on the Nintendo Switch version of the game. This game mode was hidden. Co-op multiplayer was such a big deal back in the day that you would think they'd put it as a feature right there on the front of the box. Super Punch-Out with your mates on the couch, multiplayer punching each other, but they hid it. 1994 was so long ago that producer Dan still felt feelings. Now he's just hollow inside, like a piece of bamboo. Long piece, he's tall. A live-action Pac-Man movie is reportedly on the way from Bandai Namco and Wayfarer Studios, and I can only assume that Pac-Man will be played by a large wheel of cheese. Considering Pac-Man has already appeared in films like Pixels, Wreck-It Ralph, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, it's gonna be interesting to see what direction they take everyone's favorite ghost-gobbling puck. They always shoehorn Pac-Man in as the most iconic video game character in all these movies, but give it a rest. Pac-Man's boring. You know who I want to see more of? Glover. He's a handy little one. Apparently it's based on an original concept from Chuck Williams, who was the producer for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. We don't know story details yet, but I have submitted my own original screenplay, and I do wait to hear back. Speaking of which, Sonic 3's release date was just announced for December 20th, 2024. After the runaway success of Sonic 2, I've got no doubts that 3 is gonna do gangbusters, especially after that Shadow post-credits tease. But how will Sonic and Pac-Man stack up against gaming's most famous plumber? Despite being delayed till 2023, the Mario movie is probably going to set the bar for video game movies even higher. I just don't get why Pac-Man. I mean, this is a much better video game movie idea, right? Mario's there, he's doing his plumbing, walks up to a toilet, Croc is inside because there's alligators in the pipes, and then Cappy flies away, and Ratatouille is on top just pulling his hair, and then his hands come off, and they're actually Glover. I would watch that. I should write that. Soundtrack to Our Teenage Zombie Apocalypse, or STOTZA, is a new show launching on ABC Me and ABC iView on Monday, 15th of August at 6:30 p.m. And today I have joining me two of the stars of the show, Ruby and Isaiah, and we're gonna play Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know whose idea this was. I love this for me. Great, let's go. Have either of you played before?
I think I played as a kid. It was terrifying then, so hopefully it's not as terrifying now.
How about you?
Yeah, I've played some of it. We'll see how we go. I haven't played
Alright.
in a while, so we'll just see.
Let's jump in. So tell me a bit about STOTZA. Exciting new show. Give us the lowdown on what it's about.
So two kids rock up in the ABC and they running from zombies and they get trapped in the ABC, call for help, and then they end up finding Veronica, who comes to save them, and they find Loxley, who's been there for a while, and they are trying to win Triple J on Earth tie, and they got to sort of get through all their obstacles, and collisions happen, and friendships break up, and it's all a bunch of drama. It's ABC.
That's fine.
By the way, things will jump out to scare us.
Oh, they're going.
Everything
How about I answer the questions now?
You've got this, yeah.
I am
Keeping us all safe.
No.
Ruby, do you play any other instruments?
Yeah, so I'm so glad I didn't have to endure that. I was in my own little world.
So how many episodes is STOTZA?
I've got 10 episodes.
Yeah, nice, tight.
Yeah.
Tight. And do you have a favorite moment from filming?
Me screaming I'm the devil while playing drums. Yeah, I think that's my favorite.
That was fun. We got to do that together, didn't we? That was a good day on set.
Yeah.
How did you guys get into doing STOTZA?
Oh, I just like rocked up one day to the ABC and I was like,
You were just in me a
Is that how
job.
you actually got it?
Yeah. Yeah, I walked into the foyer and I was like, I just dropped to my knees and started screaming. No.
Oh, that's like.
This is really stressing you out, isn't it? You're like,
I just
You're
don't do
on
well.
edge.
I just don't do well with horror stuff.
neither do I, but I actually feel quite calm right now, and I think that's because I'm not in control of the game.
Like
I don't like this game.
This is your business, you're driving.
Word, go away!
Opening the
why?
door!
Why is he still there?
So does STOTZA have any clearly demonic and possessed animatronic creatures in it?
No, it's mainly running from zombies, but I think there's definitely similarities in the aesthetic of the corridors and all that, but thankfully, no, we didn't have
True. Yeah.
animatronics chasing after us.
Did you find the zombies in the show spooky, or was it just like, oh, I know that they're real people, it's fine?
I mean, like, in the scenes, it was like, I'm being attacked
Yeah.
right now, but, you know, obviously, like, when you're not rolling and it's just like, oh, it's a person just as a zombie, and then...
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's getting a bit closer.
It is.
Getting a wee bit closer.
Where is he?
Why?
Where from? Where?
You!
Has he been behind there the entire time? Oh my god.
You're a horrible person.
Well, I think that is about as much as my heart can take. So thank you for joining us and playing Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't forget that you can catch STOTZA on ABC iView, 6:30 p.m. tonight, Monday, 15th of August.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's the loot drop. Coming out this week is Rollerdrome on the 16th, and both RPG Time, The Legend of Right, and Timesia on the 18th. You know, I had a good time hosting this show. I might consider becoming Harry full-time. Don't forget to subscribe to ABC Gamer, and we'll see you next time. I'm not talking like skin suit Harry, but my impression's pretty good.
Maridon? Caridon? Oh, I'm Harry and I'm also a puppet.